Omni-Man is one of the most dangerous heroes of all time, but can any hero actually beat him? In this video, I'm going to be ranking heroes who might actually stand a chance. And you'll definitely want to watch until the end because I have some oddball wildcard characters on this list. First up on this list is that boy with the cosmic Rolex himself, Ben 10. And right out the gate, if Ben got access to Alien X, it's raps. If Ben scans Nolan's DNA and transforms into a Viltrumite, it is also raps. Because, as you know, Ben gains the power of the alien he scans. But not only that, his watch actually mutates that DNA to become the strongest of its kind. Meaning that Ben 10 has the potential to become the strongest Viltrumite that ever existed. Hey, who said that? And with that being said, I'm still putting Ben in Ultra Clap tier. Bet you didn't see that coming. Alright, so although the points I brought up for Ben were solid, Omni-Man still has the advantage of intelligence and speed. So I'm pretty sure bro can just blitz the watch right off little dude's arm. Probably taking that arm with the watch too. And even if he's not able to stop him from transforming, it's not like that watch is giving Ben the right alien anyway. Remember folks, this is Kid Ben 10 we're talking about here. 50% of the time, he's using that watch wrong and getting violated. No diddy. Now, it may be a different story if we were talking about adult Ben. He might be able to catch the dub. Now on to Kratos. He is actually a big problem. You see, Kratos has been known to kill the unkillable, slump the unslumpable, and clap Zeus himself. He has some pretty OP weapons at his disposal too that I think could hurt Omni-Man. But here's the thing, Kratos in more recent games ain't moving like YN Kratos. That crash out would slaughter a whole village just for a dub. Kratos now is more on his peaceful arc. I still think Kratos could hold his own and even bring the fight to a draw. So I'ma put Kratos right there. Now Superman probably doesn't need an explanation on why he ultra claps Omni-Man, but hey, I want to give one anyways. And I mean, you're here already, right? Might as well. So what I will give Omni-Man over Superman is that he is more of a skilled and brutal fighter and is always going for the kill at any opportunity. But this is still Superman we're talking about here. His strength is definitely overpowering Nolan's. And if that wasn't enough already, bro got heat vision and ice breath along with a whole other plethora of wacky powers to keep Omni-Man on his toes. Like what happens when Superman hits bro with a bunch of mini Supermen or catch him lacking with an emblem S throw. And even on the off chance Omni-Man is able to kill Superman, like hey, maybe he catches old buddy lacking with some kryptonite. Let's not pretend bro's not coming right back from the grave, blasting Fetty Wap on his JBL in all black on fade catching time. This next one is something else. Omni-Man versus the Powerpuff Girls. And don't let their looks fool you. These three be itching for a fade all the time. I mean, look how they have Mojo Jojo almost every other episode. Nah, I'd leave Townsville alone after that kind of beating.
You want some more meat? You do? Oh, yeah.
And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Hell nah. Man, look at him. His brain is touching the concrete. Okay, maybe if Omni-Man fought them one at a time, he'd obliterate them with ease. But when have you known the Powerpuff Girls to honor the faith of a one-on-one? Not very often, I'll tell you that. So I'd say Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles beats Omni-Man. But just barely, like they're probably gonna lose a sister or two in that fight. Moving on to Captain Planet. He's a hero, gonna take... Sorry. Got a little too carried away there. If you're unfamiliar with his powers, here's a little refresher. So these people called the Planeteers, this is a stupid name, have these rings with the ability to control earth, fire, wind, water, and heart. I'm not really sure how you control that one, but go off I guess. So when these rings combine, they make up Captain Planet, who basically has the same powers, and I'm pretty sure you can guess his weakness based off the name Captain Planet. Yeah, that's right. It's pollution. If you ever find yourself battling against this absolute unit, just throw a couple of cans or, spray him with axe or something. That should get the job done. Also, I think Omni-Man could just destroy the Planeteers' rings. So, yeah, Captain Planet, brother, you're getting ultra clapped. And do I even really need to elaborate on whether or not Goku beats Omni-Man? Like, it's not even close, twin. And I know a lot of Goku glazers think their GOAT can't lose, but this is one of those situations where they're right. In fact, I'd argue Nolan ain't making it past Super Saiyan 3.
I'm just saying. No, wait. I'm Super Saiyan.
Before Goku puts him on a shirt. So we know Goku solos, but how well do you think Metroman's chances are of defeating this Viltrumite? While Metroman is indeed leagues faster than Nolan, that's pretty much all Lil Bro gots on Omni-Man, because Omni-Man has the advantage over strength, combat skills, durability, and intelligence. Yeah, Metroman is kind of a dummy, but there is still the fact that Metroman is faster. Even if Red Rush got turned into Red Mush, proving that Omni-Man can deal with people faster than him, I still think it would end in a draw, since Metroman is way faster than anything Nolan has ever faced, and Omni-Man is too powerful for Markiplier's twin to take down.
Hey guys.
Now this guy right here is the definition of a glass cannon, because Might Guy definitely has the power to take out Omni-Man. The only problem is, will he be able to use those powers before his body falters? For context, Might Guy has these 8 inner gates, right? And the more he opens, the stronger and faster he becomes. The only downside to this is if he opens all 8 gates, he will die, but he'll also get strong enough to defeat Omni-Man.
Don't you move. I thought I told you not to move.
So you see, in order for Omni-Man not to one-shot bro, he's gonna need every single one of them power gates open, basically sealing his fate. With all that being said, I can't really put Might Guy in Solo's Omni-Man if he has to sacrifice everything for a dub. He does land right there and barely wins. Godzilla is another interesting character to match up against Omni-Man, and if there was one thing that Godzilla hates more than Japanese people, it's gotta be Viltrumites. Everybody knows that. On a separate note, Godzilla does have a crazy nuclear blast beam along with durable deep sea surviving skin, and match that with his enormous size.
Bro, what did you just say? I just said,
with his enormous size.
bro, that's still gay. No, you're gay.
Okay, that came out kind of wrong. What I mean to say is, since he's a kaiju, Godzilla has a lot more attack reach than anybody on this list. Like, bro could tail smack Omni-Man from 8 buildings away. With all that being said and done, Omni-Menace is still vandalizing this overgrown lizard, like even overlooking the fact he could chuck old buddy into the sun. Omni-Man is more than capable of just flying right through bro's heart and calling it a day. Look, if the army is capable of taking out Godzilla, then what makes you think Nolan can't? Godzilla, you're getting handled and ultra clapped up. Pops from Regular Show is the perfect example of those who don't know versus those who know, because Unk can really hang with the best of them. So in the last season of Regular Show, it's revealed that Pops,
I still have balloons. We got it covered, Pops. Oh, I see.
yes, this guy right here was a being of ultimate powers, such as, telekinesis, flight, and cosmic abilities that are so strong that bro could punch realities into existence. At this point, it doesn't even matter how much more skilled of a fighter Nolan is. Pops obliterates that man a million times over. Now you can argue, Omni-Man could just fade up bro in an earlier season and win. But like, you see the fit? You ain't catching this goat lacking. Yes, Pops solos Omni-Man, and I'd watch that fight because it'll be a jolly good show. I see what I did there? Now it's time for the real age-old debate, Omni-Man versus Homelander, and it's truly a one-sided battle. Homelander is getting dogged like a punk the entire fight. It's truly not even close. Homelander was always a big fish in a small pond, and Omni-Man's the shark. Hey, maybe Homelander's able to sneak bro with a laser blast, but nonetheless, Omni-Man still putting John through about 4 or 5 fatalities with ease. But you know who Omni-Man's gonna have a harder time beating? That's right, Jesus Christ himself. And he has some cracked abilities, like the Bible's power scaling is broken. My man's got regeneration, resurrection, healing, ocean manipulation. Bro can even relieve people from sin.
Nobody could beat Goku.
Hey, no, really, who said that? Alright, so with all those powers, I think it's pretty easy to say Jesus stomps Omni-Man, right? I actually think bro is clapping a couple of Viltrumites, but that's only with the God buff activated. All Might, my guy, you're up next. And out of everybody on this list, I want to see this fight the most. No lasers, no ice breath, no teleportation, none of that junk, just straight hands. And from what I can tell, they're pretty evenly matched. If it's weakened All Might, Omni-Man is definitely taking advantage of that and catching a dubby. Not a Debbie, a dubby. But on the contrary, if he's fighting Prime All Might, I think they'd be trading blows all week. That's definitely gotta be a tie. But hey, comment below if you think differently. Following that, we got the Green Machine himself, the Incredible Hulk. And if I go off the MCU Hulk, no one's gonna slaughter that boy. Now, if we go with a more classic interpretation of the Hulk, Omni-Man's in a lot more trouble. There is a possibility that Omni-Man could take Hulk out as Bruce Banner, but I think Hulk's regen will auto kick in, and that regeneration and durability is no joke. I think the only thing Omni-Man gets over Hulk is maybe speed, but yet even that won't last long if Hulk gets angrier, because the angrier Hulk gets, the stronger and faster he becomes. Meaning, Omni-Man does have a chance to win if he beats Hulk fast enough, you know, before bro gets too angry. So for that reason, I'll put Hulk and barely beats Omni-Man. And you know I couldn't forget the hero for fun, aka One Punch Man. And let's not pretend like One Punch isn't in his name, man. I do think Nolan could dodge a couple of Saitama's attacks, but you're asking the impossible if you think Omni-Man is going to have a flawless fight with Saitama. Like, eventually bro's gonna get a hit in and send Nolan to Viltrumite heaven. One Punch Man solos Omni-Man. And I think you should solo that subscribe button, because that's it for this list. I'd love to read where differently you'd put some of these characters. Maybe you think Omni-Man beats the whole roster. That's crazy glazing if you do, but that's it for this video. You should definitely check out that video as well. It's a banger, I promise. And I'm out of here. Peace.